For any help regarding mathematical statistics assignment help, visit https://www.statisticshomeworkhelper.com. Email info@statisticshomeworkhelper.com or call us at 1-678-648-4277. Problem: true/false. Circle the appropriate answer. A. A state machine with a strictly decreasing derived variable must terminate. True/false solution. F. B. In a set of stable marriages with more than one couple, it is possible for everyone to be married to the person at the bottom of their preference list. True/false solution. F. Every couple would be a rogue couple. C. An infinite geometric sum whose ratio between successive terms is R converges if R less than or equal to 1. Solution. F. When R equals 1. True/false. D. 4 books can be stacked at the edge of a table so that the top book lies completely over the edge of the table. Statisticshomeworkhelper.com. True/false. False. Solution. T. As observed in the notes. E. The security of RSA relies on the assumption that the ability to decipher RSA encrypted messages efficiently would imply the ability to factor key-sized numbers efficiently. True/false. Solution. The correct answer is F. The security of RSA is shakier than the presumed difficulty of factoring, as noted in a set. Very few students got this right, and since we did not adequately define what security formally means, we awarded 2 points to everyone. Problem 2. A. Using the pulverizer, find an x in the range 0. 99 such that x is an inverse of 19 modulo 100. Solution. There are 2 valid approaches. Solution 1. Use the pulverizer to find integers s, t such that s19 plus t100 equals 1. Then s-rem 100 will be 19 1. In this case the pulverizer yields 2119 plus 4100 equals 1, so 19 12179, mod 100. Solution 2. Find k equals phi, 100. So by Euler's theorem, 19 k1, mod 100. Then 19k1 rem 100 will be 19 1. This can be computed by at most log 100 equals 6 squarings modulo 100. B. What is the value of phi, 360, where phi is Euler's function? Solution. Note that 360 equals 2332.5. It follows that phi, 360, equals 464 equals 96. Statisticshomeworkhelper.com. C. What is the value of 798 rem 360? Solution. Since 7 and 360 are relatively prime, we have by Euler's theorem that 796 1, mod 360, and so. Problem 3. Consider the following functions. A. List the digits 1, 7 in an order such that if digit I comes before j in your list, then phi equals O, fj. Problem 4. Write simple formulas for the following quantities. You do not have to calculate numerical values for the formulas. A. The number of rearrangements of the word bazooka in which the 2 O's do not appear next to each other. Solution. Total number of arrangements is. Statisticshomeworkhelper.com. The number of arrangements in which the 2 O's do appear next to each other is the number of rearrangements of bazooka, since we can treat the double O as though it was a single O. Therefore, the number of arrangements in which the O's do not appear together is. B. The number of rearrangements of the word bazooka in which the 2 O's do not appear next to each other and that do not start with B. Solution. Total number of arrangements that do start with B is the number of rearrangements of bazooka.
Statisticshomeworkhelper.com. Number of arrangements starting with B and with 2 O's next to each other is the number of arrangements of bazooka. By inclusion-exclusion, it follows that the number of arrangements in which the two O's appear together or that start with B is the number that have two O's together plus the number that start with B, minus the number that do both. So the number that neither have two O's next to each other nor start with B is the total, 1, minus those that do one or the other, 2, namely. C. The number of non-negative integer solutions to the equality. Solution. There is a bijection from the set of non-negative solutions to the above equation to the set of 109-bit binary strings with exactly 9 ones. The number of such binary strings is statisticshomeworkhelper.com. D. The number of positive integer solutions to the inequality. Solution. There is an immediate bijection between the number of positive solutions to the above inequality and the number of solutions to the equality in which the first 10 variables are positive. Then, the mapping which subtracts 1 from the positive values of x1, x2, x10 is a bijection between these solutions of 4 and the non-negative solutions of statisticshomeworkhelper.com, which we know the same as the number of 90 plus 10-bit strings with 10 ones, namely. Problem 5. To prove that n equals O, I3, we can use the integral method to I equals 1 bound the sum. In particular, we should obtain a n. Upper-lower, circle the right choice. Bound on the sum that is equal to the value of a, x plus c, d dx where a is, b is, c is, and d is. Solution. The sum must be greater than n4 for some positive in order for n4 to be O, the sum. That is, we need such a lower bound on the sum. To do this, we choose the constant so that integral is less than or equal to the sum, and is also n4. Choosing d equals 3, and a equals 0, b equals n, c equals 0, for example, will do the job. It would also be okay to increase this value for a by a constant, say a equals 1, and decrease c by the same constant, say c equals minus 1, and decrease the value of b by a constant, say b equals n minus 2. Problem 6. We will describe a process that operates on sequences of numbers. The process will start with a sequence that is some permutation of the length 4n sequence. statisticshomeworkhelper.com. A. Write a simple formula for the number of possible starting sequences. Solution. Using the bookkeeper rule, 4n digits can be arranged in 4n ways. Each digit from 1 to n appears 3 times. Therefore, we have to divide 4n by 3. 3n times. The answer is: if S1 to Sk is a sequence of numbers, then the I and jth elements of the sequence are out of order if the number on the left is strictly larger than the number on the right, that is, if I less than j and sisj. Otherwise, the ith and jth elements are in order. Define P, S colon equals the number of out-of-order pairs of elements in a sequence, S, for example, if S is the sequence. Then the first and third elements of S, namely, 3 and 2, are out of order, but the third and sixth elements, 2 and 3, are in order. The first and sixth elements of S are also in order, since they are both 3. In this case, P, S equals 7. The reversal of S1 Sk is Sk, S1. So the reversal of the sequence S is statisticshomeworkhelper.com. From the starting sequence, we carry out the following process. Asterisk, pick 2 consecutive elements in the current sequence, say the ith and I plus 1 I. If the elements are not in order, then switch them in the sequence and repeat step, asterisk. 2. If the elements are in order, remove both, resulting in a sequence that is shorter by 2. If the length of the resulting sequence is 0 or 1, the process is over. Otherwise, reverse the sequence and repeat step, asterisk. This process can be modeled as a state machine where the states are the sequences that appear at step, asterisk. We then consider the derived variables on the following page. IEP, S. Solution. None of the above. Reversing a sequence maps an out-of-order pair